I aim to win. Separate game from the lames and simps. Get it out of hookers, tookers, man, I came to pimp. She just a looker, I shook her, pimp and came and went. Zero time for dames thinking that the game's a cinch. Explaining the way, like what she making today. It's so much that she'll never let a man take it away. Telling anyone who listen everything that she won't do. But what if I told you that the pimpin' don't want you? No, baby pimpin' don't want you. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimpin' you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimpin', then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
Now, anybody who know anything about this pimping, y'all know we are some heavily, highly, extremely misunderstood individuals, right? And one big misunderstanding about this pimping, you know, people think that we just want everybody. That we just want anything with a pussy. Anything with a birth canal, pimpin' want it. You know, we like Uncle Sam with this game. I want you. Well, you know, to each their own. And everybody operates differently. Everybody views things differently. But speaking for my own pimping, Freeze don't want everybody. Freeze ain't gonna accept everybody. Freeze deny a lot of motherfuckers. And you can call it arrogance, you can call it egotistical, you can call it whatever you want. I call it understanding where I am and understanding where certain individuals are, and from there understanding compatibility or lack thereof. Everybody don't fit with everybody. And you know, it's a lot of females that just think that when a pimp lets it be known that they are the pimpin', that it automatically means that pimpin' wants you just because pimpin' is talking to you or pimpin' is having a conversation with you. And then pimpin' might let it be known, well, yeah, you know, this is what I'm about. These chicks, a lot of them, when you let it be known that it's some pimpin' with you, they immediately get into all of these reasons why they would never fuck with a pimp, and a pimp ain't for me. I would never do this for a pimp. I would never do that for a pimp. And pimpin' never even showed any interest. Pimpin' never even let it be known that he wanted you. Pimpin' never let it be known that he was willing to accept you. You know? See, when you become seasoned in this game, you get to a point where, well, at least again, speaking for myself, everybody different. But me, I've grown to a point where I know what's for me and I know what's not for me. And when I see a young lady, when I talk to a young lady, I'm picking everything apart and I'm figuring out as we go through this conversation whether or not this is something that I want. You know, I like to play chess with life. So as I'm engaging with this young lady, or might even be just observing this young lady, I might just be paying attention to her. I'm figuring out whether or not this is something that I want. See, a lot of guys, you know, especially younger guys, especially green guys, young or old, you know, they see something that look good and they automatically want it. And they automatically willing to accept it. You know, but when you've been through so many experiences like I have, I've come to a point where no matter how good something looks or somebody looks or how good it may seem, I'm thinking about what it's gonna be like to actually have this bitch. See, a pimp might see a hoe walking down the blade, you know, doing her thing, and she look real good. But pimps, a lot of pimps, especially younger pimps, you know, don't think about what it would be like to have this bitch. Like, what would it really be like to have her? You know what I mean? You don't know if this bitch is a dope fiend. You don't know if this bitch got kids scattered all over the land like the 12 tribes of Israel. You don't know if this bitch done snitched on somebody. You don't know if she's just a nasty, lazy bitch who feel entitled to everything. It's a lot of things that you don't know. And when you accept this bitch, you gotta accept everything that come with her. So, again, I've come to a point where as attractive as this bitch may look, I know she's still 9 times out of 10 ain't shit. And if I engage with this girl and have a conversation with her, I'm doing my best to figure out how much she isn't shit. If you follow me. You know? That's just the point that I've come to. So with that being said, speaking for myself, I don't want everybody. And I don't want just anything. And you know, sometimes, man, you know, pimp might talk to a girl just to be exercising his mouthpiece, keeping his blade sharp. And that's the only reason why pimping is talking to you. Because I'm into exercise. I exercise my body so it can be stronger and look better and be on point and feel better and healthier and all of that, right? I exercise my mouthpiece so that my mouthpiece is just on point. So sometimes when a pimp is talking to you, it's not that he just wants you so bad, that he wants you to hoe for him so bad. He might just be exercising his mouthpiece. I talk to all kinds of motherfuckers all the time, because I understand that, you know, the power of influence, when you know what to do with your power of influence, when you and a part of that is your conversation, when you know how to use what you have to your advantage, it's nothing that you can't do. You can have and do and be anything that you want. I understand this, and I understand a big part of that is my mouthpiece. So I exercise this motherfucker every chance that I get. So I talk to all kinds of people that I'm not at all attracted to. I talk to all kinds of people that I would never have hoe for me, but it's just me exercising my mouthpiece. And sometimes in these conversations, a pimp might let it be known that it's some pimping, or a bitch might just, you know, figure it out on her own, and she get to thinking that just because a pimp is talking to her that he just want her so bad, that it's nothing more that I would want than to have you hoe for me. And that's not always the case. A lot of times it ain't the case. And you know, as I've said before, you know, pimping don't know how to be thirsty. If you gave a pimp an instruction manual on how to be thirsty, you know, it's gonna look like hieroglyphics to a pimp. It's gonna look like, you know, Chinese letters or something. The pimp ain't gonna be able to comprehend or understand that shit in no type of way. You know, pimps, we just don't know how to be thirsty. So, you know, thirst is I recognize that as another word for desperation. Pimp just don't know how to be desperate. Pimp don't know how to be desperate. Pimp don't know how to be thirsty. So I'm not gonna break my neck, jump through flaming hoops, and swim through quicksand to have your motherfucking ass, no matter what the circumstance is. Even if it is a bitch that I want, I'm not gonna go about it in a thirsty fashion. So, you know, a lot of chicks just don't understand this, and that's the whole purpose of this video, to get you to understand that just because you having a conversation with a pimp, that don't mean he wants you. So you don't have to get into all of these reasons why you would never fuck with a pimp, and you would never do this for a pimp, and you would never do that for a pimp. You don't even know if a pimp would let you do those things for him if you wanted to. And 9 times out of 10, with your funky attitude that the pimp can smell down the street and around the corner, he wouldn't even allow you to hoe for him with that attitude. No matter what you look like, no matter what you think your resume is, in the game, out the game, whatever. Like, you have to be accepted by the pimping. Yeah, you choose a pimp. Pimps get chose, but at the same time, pimps accept what they want to accept. Pimps reject what they want to reject. Real life, real talk. So, like I said, sometimes, man, a pimp might just be exercising his mouthpiece. Then, a lot of these same type of bitches that get into everything that they will and won't do for a pimp, a lot of y'all some haters. And a lot of y'all got a hoe partner or a homegirl or whatever the case may be that might like some pimping. But because you don't like pimping, you gonna do your best to impress upon her your ideals to make it where she don't like pimping either. But a lot of y'all bitches need to mind your business. And sometimes a pimp might just be talking to you because his pimp partner is talking to your homegirl that might want to fuck with some pimping. And to keep you out the mix, a pimp is gonna talk to you and, you know, play the role like he wants you, but pimping really don't want your motherfucking ass. He's just, you know, like they used to say on Jersey Shore, he just, you know, handling a grenade. You the grenade, bitch, and you gonna try to make everything blow up with your homegirl and the pimping and this potentially good, you know, endeavor that they got going on. So the pimp partner, which I've been in a lot of cases, is just holding the grenade. Bitch, you the grenade. I'm keeping you from blowing up and fucking up everything for everybody and killing the vibe for everybody. You know, sometimes that's just what a pimp is doing. It's not that a pimp wants you. No. And you think that just because my partner wants your partner, that I want you. And no, that's not the case. I'm just keeping you out of their business so they can have a good conversation, you know, and exchange information and move forward and do whatever they want to do without your punk ass interference. You dig? But the bottom line, what I want people to understand and get thoroughly understood in your mind is that the pimping don't want everybody. So your explanation about what you won't do for the pimping and how you would never fuck with a pimp, that shit is irrelevant and nobody cares. You just saying that to hear yourself because you sound good to yourself, but nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn. So, hey, talk away. Talk till you blue in the face. You dig? But pimping don't want everybody. And 9 times out of 10, with your funky ass attitude, pimping don't want you neither. So, just like you saying you don't want a pimp, hey, it's all good because pimping don't want you neither. You dig? Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. Put some of this good old love juice in your body, like so. I holla.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up, run it up. And we'll be coming up, really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set, ho. You gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands while these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick with, bitch, and that's so lame. Now come and take a sip of